This is Aaron Rice with the Maryland Luxury Group.com, and we are live. All right. Thank you, and welcome. Welcome to another live weekly seller support workshop. We broadcast to you live every Tuesday from our beautiful offices here in Randallstown, Maryland. We are broadcasting to you live in HD using two awesome networks. We're using Facebook and Google+, all in one network to be able to provide you with these free seller support workshops. So again, we're here every Tuesday, 12 noon. Yep, there we are. The delay is playing. All right, so you're running probably about 30 seconds behind, 30-second delay from what I'm broadcasting here on my end. So really glad that you're here. Got a lot of great content for you. Hopefully you had a great Labor Day weekend, and you and your family got some time off. Maybe had a little cookout yesterday, and had a great time. So great 3-day weekend. Today's Tuesday. It's 12 noon, and you know what we do at 12 noon every Tuesday is our live seller support workshops. Again, my name is Aaron Rice. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Select Realtors in Annapolis, Maryland, and I'm happy to be here with you today. Why don't we go ahead and get into our screen share and get into our presentation. We'll be here for about 45 minutes to an hour, give or take. I got a lot of great content for you, and if you have any questions, definitely put them into the comment section below. That's where we'll be listening to your questions, and hopefully you can hear me okay. You can see my screen okay. Just give me a shout out in the comment section below. And today we're talking about where houses sell in Severna Park, Maryland. It's part of our where houses sell in Anne Arundel County series. And so each week moving forward, we'll be focusing on one of the 10 top cities in Anne Arundel County. Very happy that you're here to check out today's presentation. Sure. All right, so we're talking about where houses sell in Severna Park. Again, my name is Aaron Rice, a real estate agent with Keller Select Realtors in Annapolis, Maryland. You can reach me on my cell phone at 443-244-0051, or you can text me at that same number. And I want to welcome you. If this is your first time here enjoying one of our live seller support workshops, I want to welcome you. Welcome. And if you're a returning guest, thank you for joining us. I know we started just a few minutes late, but here we are. We're live in HD. So welcome to the live seller support hangout. Again, if you're not watching us on our Facebook fan page, definitely encourage you to come on over to sellermastery.com. That's where you can view us right on our Facebook fan page. Again, we're live every Tuesday, 12 p.m. East Coast time. So don't forget about our buyer support hangouts. Those are every Wednesday from 12 until about 12 noon East Coast time. You can find us at buyermastery.com live every Wednesday, where we'll be talking about how to become a pro buyer in the lovely state of Maryland. So definitely encourage you to participate, stay connected. If you haven't already, definitely don't be stingy. Share this link with your friends, coworkers, family members, and definitely encourage you to get all the news and updates that you can. This is where we do live demonstrations, live Q&A. And again, definitely share us with your followers, with your sphere of influence. Well, what are some things that you can expect as we get started with today's hangout? Again, it's going to be a 1-hour hangout, depending on the amount of questions and answers we have. The replay is going to be available directly after, so within 5 minutes, 7 minutes after we're done, you'll be able to watch the replay. That'll be up for another 6 or 7 days until we start next week's live seller support workshop. And our recording will be on our YouTube page as well. And again, definitely encourage you to say hi in the comment section below. Let me know that you can hear me okay. Let me know that you can see the screen okay. That's going to be very important to maximizing your experience. So what are some other things that you can do to maximize your experience? Well, in the bottom right-hand corner of this presentation, there should be a little gear icon. I definitely encourage you to increase the resolution. We are broadcasting in 1080p. HD. So hopefully you're watching in either 1080p or 720p. Just want to make sure that you've got the best resolution, because we've got a lot of slides, a lot of screen shares we want to share with you today. And also you can watch on any device, so you can be watching on your smartphone, your iPod, all those different devices you can be watching us on. And if you're walking the dog, you can be listening to this live. If you're on your lunch break at work, you can be listening to us live as well. And if you're driving, we definitely, as always, encourage you to keep two hands on the wheel, keep your eyes forward, but realize you can also plug us into your Bluetooth in your car and be getting this training as well. Again, we are live at sellermastery.com, broadcasting live on our Facebook fan page. So some other things you can do if you haven't already, definitely like the fan page. And once you've liked our fan page, just hover over the like button and you can click on the Get Notifications tab, and that's going to allow you to get all the news and updates that we have for our page moving forward. Also encourage you to write a review. You can go to fb.com, facebook.com /Aaron Rice Helps, and to show some love. Let us know that you like the app and all the support and resources that we offer. Take a minute and give us a 5-star review. If you don't feel as though we've earned your 5-star review, definitely send me a private message. Let me know what I can do to improve things to make this a little bit better experience for you, because after all, we're broadcasting live once a week, every week, just for you. We want you to be a pro seller here in our lovely state of Maryland. So meet your host, Aaron Rice. I'm a husband, father, grandfather, and all-around nice guy. The most important thing you need to know about me is my lovely wife, Jamila, here on the right-hand side. We are celebrating our 14th year anniversary this month, so we're very happy of that, very proud of that. Also, you need to see my son there in the turquoise shirt. His name is Joaquin. He'll be turning 13 on Thursday. Wow. Whew. Time surely flies, flies. So definitely proud of our son. He'll be turning 13 on Thursday. Yeah, let's give him a round of applause. And then my daughter, Alyssa, she just turned 27. She's up in Syracuse, New York, the one with the orange hat. Go Orange. Big shout out to everybody up in Syracuse. And then my handsome son, Zion, he will be turning 7 this month as well. So, yeah, a lot going on in the month of September for sure. Going to be a busy, busy guy. So that's my family. That's why I do what I do. That's the most important thing you need to know about me is my family. All right, so let's talk about solutions for selling your home. Again, these are the 9 things that we cover on a weekly basis, and we're helping you discover the path to seller mastery. Again, you can find us online at marylandluxurysolutions.com. Got a lot of different websites I want to give you, so hopefully you've got a piece of paper and a pen, or you can come back and watch the recording. The great thing about this presentation is if you need to pause it and come back later, you can do that. Okay? So this is on demand. All right, so number 1, learn how to avoid 102 mistakes that most sellers make. We're going to cover a couple of those mistakes now, but you can get the full list of 102 mistakes that most sellers make, and most importantly, how to avoid them at marylandluxurysolutions.com. And a little bit later in today's presentation, we will do a tour of the marylandluxurysolutions.com website. Number 2, get help marketing your home to potential buyers. Number 3, get help selling your home within a specific time frame. Get help pricing your home competitively. And then number 5, the reason that you're here is we're going to talk about where houses sell in Severna Park, Maryland. Number 6, get help finding ways to fix up your home and sell it for more money. Number 7, learn how to successfully negotiate and deal with buyers and their agents. Number 8, get help processing all the paperwork, inspections, and settlement preparation. Number 9, get help trading in your old home and moving up to a new home. So those are the 9 things that we're going to cover in today's presentation. Got a lot of information for you, so very glad that you are here. All right, so when you go to marylandluxurysolutions.com, this is where you'll get a good indication of what your home is worth. This is where you can receive a free custom evaluation of your home, including comparisons to other homes that have recently sold or are on the market. This guarantees that you have the most accurate information available. Find out what your home is worth, just fill in the information below. All I need simply is your address, your zip code, how many beds and baths you have, the square footage to the best of your ability, first name, last name, email address, and phone number, and then you can just click on the button that says Get My Home's Value. It's really pretty easy, pretty painless, and for a more definite, finite idea of what your home's worth, we'll of course need to visit your home just to get an idea of the improvements that you've made to your home and how they fit into the overall market. Well, who is Aaron Rice? Well, I'm a husband, father, grandfather, and all-around nice guy. Again, I'm a sales associate with Keller Williams Select Realtors in Annapolis, Maryland, and owner of the MarylandLuxury.com. Well, what's different? Well, I see myself as different. I see myself as the proxy for you, the audience. your consumer advocate, asking your questions. So when I'm out in the field and I'm interviewing builders and loan officers, appraisers, home inspectors, new home consultants, I love to bring authenticity, perspective, transparency, and context to the conversation. My attraction to smart home technology, eco-friendly design trends, outdoor living spaces, tranquility rooms, and multi-generational living in new homes is what makes me a little bit different than the rest of the agents that are out there. What attracted you to today's workshop? What are you here to learn? What do you want to learn about selling your home in the state of Maryland? What questions do you have? If there was anything you could change about today's presentation, what would it be? Definitely send me a private message. Let me know what we can do to try to improve these presentations for you on a weekly basis. Definitely looking for some engagement. Want this to be an open, interactive workshop. Definitely looking for audience participation. So again, give us a shout out. Let us know that you're here. Let me know that you can hear me okay and that you can see the screen okay as well. So why don't we get into some of the mistakes that sellers are making, and most importantly, again, how to avoid them. Again, we've got a full list of 102 mistakes that most sellers make at MarylandLuxurySolutions.com. Mistake number 43, seller never knew if the well and septic certifications have been approved by the buyer. So if you happen to be in a home community, whether it's a new home community or a newer home community, or you happen to be in more of a rural area and you're on well or septic, there's going to be certain inspections and certifications that are needed to be completed. The buyer is going to request that certain documentation be verified and checked off on. So definitely need to make sure that, as a seller, you want to make sure that that contingency has been removed, that the well and septic certifications have been approved by the buyer, and you can simply remove that particular contingency, and there's no issues with the well and septic. Now, again, if you've been watching these videos and you've been looking at the list of 102 mistakes that most sellers make, you know that mistake number 1 is not getting that pre-listing home appraisal before we put it on the market. Mistake number 2 is that pre-listing home inspection. So if there are any challenges with the well and septic, hopefully we caught that on the front end during the pre-listing home inspection. All right. Seller mistake number 44, seller never knew when all the contingencies were removed from the contract. So just so you know, contingencies are, the contract's contingent upon home inspection, appraisal, financing, earnest money deposit, third-party approval, well septic, termite inspection. So there's a list of contingencies that need to be addressed and removed, and time is of the essence. So the buyer has a certain amount of time to either move forward with the purchase based on the contingencies that are in the contract, or declare the contract void based on the contingencies in the contract. So it's really important as a seller that you know how many days these contingencies last, whether it's 3, 5, 7, 10, 25 days. And if that time has come, it's really incumbent on you and your agent to make sure that these contingencies get removed from the contract so that you can move forward without any major issues with the transaction. All right, number 45, seller never knew the buyer's termite inspection had been completed or approved by the buyer. Yeah, that's a mistake as well. You want to make sure that the termite inspection is something that's hopefully done up front. Again, that's one of the things we like to do before we list the property, is get that termite inspection. Termites is one of those things that either you have them or you're going to get them. It's a management issue. And, in Maryland, the seller is responsible to pay up to 2% of the treatment and repair cost in a termite inspection, unless the buyer and seller agree that paragraph be removed from the contract. So the Maryland Association of Realtors purchase contract does talk about termites and how that'll be addressed. But if the termite inspection has been completed and approved by the buyer, and most importantly by the lender, a lot of lenders are requiring that as well. I need to make sure that that's been removed, or the issue's been resolved. Don't want any last-minute problems with the transaction. All right, seller mistake number 46. Seller never knew if the buyer's funds had been verified when it comes to financing. Well, there's 2 types of funds that need to be verified. One type is the earnest money deposit funds. you need to make sure that those have been deposited into escrow, either with the buyer broker, with the listing agent, the one that represents the seller, or with the title company. Or it could be, if the buyer is using an attorney to help facilitate the transaction, maybe it could be held in their attorney's escrow account. But it's got to be held in escrow. That's the first type of funds that you need to be verified. And the second is that the buyer has sufficient down payment and closing cost funds available. Most often, sellers will require that a buyer complete a financial information form so that the buyer's finances are transparent. The last thing you want to do as a seller is take the property off the market for the wrong buyer. That's a big, big mistake. Because if you do, yeah, you're going to be sitting around listening to crickets while you're waiting for the buyer to get a clear to close. All right? So you're going to be waiting around for a long time, and you don't want that to happen. You want things to move according to plan and on time. You don't want to be left out there, and it can be a nightmare. All right, so you need to make sure that all these things are verified and everything's in place. All right, number 47, a seller never knew if the buyer's credit had been approved by the lender. Yeah, that's another one that you definitely need to make sure that you're having these conversations, or at least your agent's having conversations with the buyer's lender. Because again, that's one of those things that can take some time, and hopefully the buyer's done a lot of due diligence before they go under contract. All right, that's going to be pretty important, is that the buyer do their due diligence as far as financing before they go under contract, and their credit's been approved by the seller's or by the buyer's lender. That's important. All right, so how to avoid 102 mistakes that most sellers make. Number 48, seller never knew if the buyer's employment had been verified. Whew, that's a tricky one. That's a tricky one. Want to make sure that that you're verifying employment, whether the buyer is self-employed or currently employed, or maybe they just sold a business, maybe they just bought a business. Okay, a lot of different scenarios can happen, and you need to make sure your I's are dotted, T's are crossed, and that the seller has 2 years of verifiable income. So definitely want to make sure you're doing your due diligence as far as that's concerned, and that's why you want to hire a good agent to be able to ask the appropriate questions so that you're not getting stuck out there. All right, seller mistake number 49. Seller never knew if the buyer's hazard insurance policy had been approved by the lender. Now, yeah, definitely need to make sure that the buyer has appropriate hazard insurance. Sometimes, buyers have been known to forget, or their agents have been known to forget to get that, especially if it's a first-time home buyer. So you definitely want to make sure that that the home hazard insurance policy has been approved by the lender, and that's one less thing you need to worry about as you're moving forward with the purchase of the home and with the sale of the home. All right, so let's talk about getting help marketing your home to potential buyers and getting help selling your home within a specific time frame, because that's going to be important. You don't want to be sitting around all day waiting for your home to settle and waiting on different aspects in the transaction before you can move forward. And the biggest complaint is with consumers, with real estate agents, is lack of communication. Yeah, lack of communication. So we're definitely going to give you some systems about how we alleviate that issue, that concern. And we cover that pretty much in our marketing plan. So I want to briefly go through our marketing plan, and it's not the whole marketing plan, but it is some specific information in regards to our listing presentation, marketing proposal, the biographies included, Keller Williams Select Realtors relevant sales are included in the marketing plan, global marketing partners. We'll talk a little bit about that today. Quick look at competitive luxury brands. We won't cover that today, but that is in our full proposal. And a little bit more information about Keller Williams and preparing your home for sale. So my 4 commitments to you: number 1, personal presence. I'll never miss a showing. I'll make a way for every buyer and agent that wants to see your home to do so. All phone calls will be made to me directly. No other agent's going to talk to a prospective buyer about your home but me. All right, definitely complete honesty in all we do as well. Give 100% of our effort. Not here to promote ourselves. We've got one singular job, and this is to sell your home for you. We do weekly status grams, so communication is definitely a strong suit with us, and this will give you a broad overview of the activity on your property so you and your family can make some really good decisions moving forward. So our commitment is to find a buyer for your home on your terms. We fiercely negotiate on your behalf and use our considerable knowledge of contracts and laws to guide you and your family to the most favorable escrow and outcome. All right. We use our local market expertise to guide the buyer and their agent to an agreeable price. We personally bulletproof your transactions from contract to close to make sure there's no hurdles, knock us down, no loopholes are used, and there are no surprises. I hate surprises. The only time I like surprises is November 19th, on my birthday. I will personally meet the appraiser, any appraiser, with my own comps to ensure that any appraiser that leaves your property will have a healthy understanding of the local dynamics of the market and values from our perspective. So that's another reason why we encourage the pre-listing appraisal. It goes a long way. So let's talk a little bit about global exposure. Well, we have professional photography and a custom Facebook fan page with a mobile app. You're watching this presentation on a mobile app, on a Facebook mobile app. It's property fan page linked to the MLS, and we creatively search out ways to find a buyer for your home. You get exposure on all the Keller Williams websites, Realtor.com, Yahoo.com, exposure on many of the top global consumer information websites such as Zillow and Trulia, all right? And we expose your property to the global broker community that will be the source of 80% of the buyers for your home. Beautiful custom flyer to be personally created that showcase your property and give information buyers need not miss. Custom e-flyer will be sent out to a private agent email list that's comprised of 250 of the biggest agents in the area. All printed materials and advertising will direct buyers to a custom Facebook fan page for information and detailed photos. Stellar communication from me after showings on a weekly basis so that you can make informed decisions about your future. Develop and deliver a calendar for the exposure of your property and then execute it. These are my commitments to you. If you have every right to expect these things from me, and call me on them if you feel as though I'm not living up to my commitments to you. So let's talk a little bit about where houses sell in Anne Arundel County. You can find the full report at AnnapolisLuxuryHome.com is where you can find the full report. It's where houses sell in Anne Arundel County, an insight into the luxury residential market. So if you're interested in finding some more of these reports, if you're interested in finding more of these reports, you can, we've done where houses sell in Owings Mills, where houses sell in Ellicott City, and where houses sell, I think those are the three, Anne Arundel County, Owings Mills, and Ellicott City. Today we're going to talk about Severna Park. So I've taken out a brief snippet to talk about Severna Park and where houses are selling in Severna Park. Quick disclosure statement: although all facts, figures, and projections have been obtained from sources deemed reliable and are believed to be correct, no guarantee or liability is assumed by its author. This information assists in the analysis of real estate. With any investment, your personal tax and legal counsel should be contacted. All right, so we're talking about the top 10 cities in Anne Arundel County as measured by improvements since 2011. We're tracking record sales price as defined by the Multiple Regional Information System, otherwise known as MRIS, record price per square foot, number of sales above $1 million, and we also track new home sales as well. Average sales price, average days on market, and the average list price to sales price ratio, and we measured the improvement over the last 4 years, or 3.5 years, from 2011 till present. So a lot of detail goes into this report, and so we've identified the top 10 cities in Anne Arundel County, and it just so happens Severna Park is the #1 city for improvement in Anne Arundel County, at least based on my opinion. And so this was for the first 6 months of the year, from January 1st, 2014 to June 30th, 2014. So I just want to kind of recap our results. Growth in luxury residential sales. If 2012 was the year when the highest end of the luxury market came back to life, 2013 was the year when the rest of the luxury market flourished with robust growth in the number of $1 million plus sales. So again, as far as analyzing where houses sell in Anne Arundel County, Severna Park was #1. Zip code is 21146. So we tracked the number of sales above $1 million in 2011. There were 11 sales in 2011. Record sale was $3 million. The record price per square foot was $549, and the average of those 11 sales above $1 million was 1.5 million. Average days on market was 289, and sellers got 90% of their list price, 90 cents on the dollar. All right. In 2012, the record sales price dropped to 2.1 million, but the record price per square foot saw a huge increase at $805. Average price per square foot saw an increase at $523. 13 total sales above $1 million. Average days on market 91. Not bad for an election year. Not bad at all. Typically, sales see a little bit of a dip during an election year, but held on pretty strong. And average sales price to list price ratio, 93%. 2013, record sales 2.6 million, and didn't lose too much on the record price per square foot, just about $45, $50 or so, and $65, I should say, and average sale 1.6 million. So we saw an increase there. Average price per square foot, so a little bit of a drop. 12 sales. 2013 got off to a great start until October 18th of 2013. That was when we had the government shutdown that lasted a couple of weeks. Then we had Halloween. Then we had Thanksgiving. Then we had Hanukkah and Christmas and Kwanzaa and all the holidays, and then 4 months of snow. Okay, and that's where you can see an effect for the first 6 months. You can see where that 4 months of snow really hit us pretty hard. However, one of the reasons Severna Park, the reason Severna Park hit that #1 spot for 2014 was that record sales price of $6.7 million, $6,750,000. Record price per square foot was $709. And saw good average sales price. Only 4 sales above $1 million in Severna Park, but you see where the numbers kind of really crept up. The average sales price, $2.6 million. Average price per square foot, $405. 4 sales above $1 million. Average days on market, 133. Not bad. And we see steady improvement with the list price to sales price ratio. So a few reasons why Severna Park hit that #1 spot was record sale in Anne Arundel County at the time for the first 6 months of the year. Average sale price for those 4 listings definitely shot up. And then days on market saw a bit of an increase there, and list price to sales price ratio. So saw some pretty good improvements in Severna Park. And then if you look at the new home market, not doing too shabby there in Severna Park either. Record sales across the board. Looks like 2013 saw a nice $1.5 million record sale, but it looks as though for 2014, our price per square foot is actually below, or the record price per square foot is below 2011. So, but the average is staying pretty steady, right at $551 or $551,000 in regards to the average sale for 2014, and you can see the trajectory of the average price per square foot has stayed, relatively stable. Total sales, new home sales so far, for the first 6 months of the year in Severna Park, 11. Average days on market, 67. So builders are definitely enjoying that, and it's typical to see average list price to sales price ratios right at 100%. I try to educate buyers that negotiating price on new homes is rare, if non-existent. You can negotiate a lot of other things, options, settlement date, sites, home site, those types of things. There are negotiable terms, just not price. Price tends to be pretty firm. So the state of the market for the first 6 months in Severna Park, my independent MRS research shows that there were 152 active residential listings on the market in the 21146 zip code. Average days in the market for these active properties was 143. There's currently 77 properties under contract. Now remember, this is from January to June. This is kind of a 6-month look at the market. There were 77 listings that expire or withdrew from the market in the last 180 days. The average days on market was 192. There were 74 properties that sold in the last 60 days. The average days on market was 108. Sellers got 97.96% of list price, or close to 98 cents on the dollar, which isn't too bad, pretty good. There's currently 6.37 months of inventory on the market in the 21146 zip code. So if you're looking for a little bit more accurate, up-to-date data on Severna Park, so crunching the last 2 months, definitely shoot me a private message. Let me know you're looking for a little bit more, you want me to dig a little bit deeper, go a little bit more vertical on Severna Park and gather the last 60 days of data. I'm more than happy to do that. So let's talk about luxury real estate as an investment. Real estate remains an important place for affluent individuals to safely invest their wealth, and they will continue to do so in the future. Luxury home buyers are more focused on price per square foot instead of overall price, neighborhoods that would likely generate 30 to 50% of return over the next 5 years. Luxury homes demonstrate a higher growth potential than homes in the general market as demand outstrips supply. All right, so it's about 12:33. We're making good time. Why don't we go ahead and get into the Maryland Trade-In Program. Maryland Trade-In Program. I'm very excited about this program because I want to think we're one of the only folks that are offering it. Yeah, this is a very, very exciting program. You can find more information at marylandtradein.com. Our proven program will sell your home for sure. Sellers now have more options to cover every situation. We've got a pool of investors, retail sale with discounted professional fees. So if you're close to a break-even point on your current home and you need a couple of extra $1,000s to make up for your down payment on the new home, we're willing to discount our professional fee to make that happen. We've got a 3-year leasing program. If you know someone that's renting or you're renting currently, we've got a lease buyout program for renters. Our out-of-state program, we've got 700 Keller Williams offices internationally. And so if you're looking to move to the lovely state of Maryland, we've got our out-of-state program that can get you in contact with one of our partners in your local market, get your home listed and sold in a fast, professional manner. And then we've got a second chance lending program for turn-down lenders who specialize outside of Freddie and Fannie guidelines. So definitely a lot of ways to get it done. We either work with a spec home or a build job, a custom build job, and we can work with a 30 to 60-day closing as well. Again, solutions for every situation. We've got specialized knowledge and skill. I am a certified new home specialist, also residential construction certified, also certified with the National Association of Home Builders as a new home sales professional, and also a member of the Institute of Luxury Home Marketing, and a proud member of Keller Williams Luxury Homes International Luxury Division. So very proud of that as well. All right. All right, so our objective is to set an appointment the same day the client calls in to be sitting at their kitchen table within 48 hours. So we move pretty quickly, and we can definitely get in to meeting with a prospective seller very quickly to talk about options. No obligation, just want to sit down and talk about options. All right, so our track record for success, top 10 secrets for success. Number 1 is our pre-listing appraisal, which assures the home is priced right. Number 2, our pre-listing home inspection program, which assures there's no surprises. Number 3, our pre-listing title work program assures the clear title can be conveyed to the end buyer. Number 4, our pre-listing home warranty program assures that all major systems are covered during the listing. Number 5, our in-house staging professional will stage the interior and exterior of your home. 30 professional photographs will be posted. Will best position the home in the MLS system. Number 7, custom Facebook fan page for the home on the largest social graph on the planet. Our custom tracking program will identify internet hits from over 370 different aggregate websites. We provide our sellers with weekly statusgram to track agent showings and buyer feedback on our global exposure, local expertise, and Maryland Reach assures maximum marketing coverage. So let's talk a little bit about our extended global marketing reach. When sellers list with us, they'll have access to the Keller Williams listing system, otherwise known as KWLS. This is a proprietary exclusive system that ensures your property is marketed online 24/7 through more than 370 of the most popular websites in 86 countries in their native language, thanks to Proxy Pro. ListHub Global provides us with the opportunity to market our listings to the international marketplace with the same data protections and managed listing distribution platform through Listing Hub today. So are you looking to build your dream home? Do you have a home to sell? Well, we'd love to give you a free, no obligation contingency analysis. We're finding that sellers have some questions, and these are the top 5 questions that most home sellers want to know. Number 1, what's my home's worth in today's market? Well, we showed you how to gather that at MarylandLuxurySolutions.com. There's where you can get a free evaluation of your home. Definitely encourage you to check that out. How are short sales and foreclosures affecting the value of your home? That's going to be very important, especially in the state of Maryland with the high number of foreclosures and pre-foreclosures, foreclosure filings. Maryland is number 2 in the country when it comes to foreclosure filings. So what do we do if we have negative equity or no equity but still want to move up and buy? Well, we've got solutions for that as well. And is now the right time to invest in a new home? These are some of the questions that sellers want to know. What are my options? Well, we've got a couple of solutions. Number one, as part of our Maryland trade-in program, we've got an equity sale where you can use the equity for the down payment on your new home. We work with investors who would purchase your current home at a discount, all cash, no contingencies. The benefit is they can close quickly, and you can even rent back your current home at fair market value until your new home is built. Another solution will be our reduced professional fee. We'll sell your home at top dollar on the open market, give you a discounted professional fee so you can maximize your profits. We do this only because you're working with us exclusively and because the new home builder will help offset your professional fee because of our past performance with them. All right. And then if you're looking to learn more about leasing your home and moving up to a new home, we did a Google Hangout. You can find it in our archives at MarylandLuxurySolutions.com, specifically on learning how to lease your home and moving up to a new home. Talked about the features, advantages, and benefits of trading your old home for a new home, so we'll cover a few of those today. One of them is our 3-year leasing program. If you have little or negative equity but still want to buy a new home, our 3-year leasing program may be your solution. We will assist you in setting up a lease-to-own option for your current home for up to 3 years. We can extend that if we need to, and that way you can make more money holding your home and selling it in the future. And then our residential lease buyout program. There's 4 ways that you can actually legally justify breaking your lease in the state of Maryland. Number 1 is if you're starting active military duty. Number 2, if you're a victim of domestic violence or sexual assault. Number 3, the rental unit is unsafe or violates Maryland health and safety codes. And number 4, the landlord harasses or violates your privacy rights. So certain restrictions apply. Definitely want to consult an attorney about that. But there are different ways to possibly get out of your lease. If you have good credit and you're currently renting an apartment, an old apartment or an old home, you can definitely move up to a new home. Our program helps you maximize your financial responsibility. Our program helps you minimize your financial responsibility when breaking your lease in order to move up to a new home. You need to provide as much written notice to your landlord as possible, and we can help you definitely facilitate that with your landlord. So again, contact me today for a free no obligation contingency analysis so we can sit down with you and help you determine what it's going to take to help you sell your current home and move up to a new home. And again, our goal, our commitment to you is to get your home sold in 53 days or less. 53 days or less, or we'll sell it for free, guaranteed. All right? So definitely encourage you to reach out to learn more about that program. And why don't we take a quick tour of Maryland Luxury Solutions. Let's see, let's get into our other screen share here. We'll take a quick tour of the website just so you get an idea of what we have to offer there. All right. I need to open a new screen. There we go. Okay, so you should see the website there on your screen. Again, that's MarylandLuxuryGroup.com. And a lot of great content here. On the left-hand side, you have a list of all the communities that we serve. And you've got some video content here, all of our Facebook tabs, or social media tabs. So if you need to reach us via social media, you can. The Buy tab is what I want to show you as well. Here's where you can get information if you're searching for a home throughout the state of Maryland. You can actually click on the Buy tab and find new homes, single-family, condos, multifamily, investment properties, short sales, foreclosures. All that's right here on the Buy tab. So all you simply do is highlight what you're looking for. If you're looking for single-family new homes, you'd punch in the year, let's say 2013, 2014, and let's say we're looking in Severna Park, Maryland, Anne Arundel County, and hit search, and then that'll give you a good idea of the new homes that are in Severna Park, and then you can search for them via map view. A couple of different ways you can search, either map view or you can search from the list. Okay, so so there is Severna Park. All right. And then with the list, you can also arrange them from low to high, high to low. Looks like the least expensive. Looks like that's just a lot. So least expensive in Severna Park would be $449,000, and looks like that might be. I'm not sure where that is, where that community is, but it's definitely in Severna Park. Okay, so that's how you search for new homes in Severna Park, and then the sell tab. Two different ways you can get here. You can either go to MarylandLuxurySolutions.com, or you can just go to MarylandLuxuryGroup.com, click on the sell tab, and here's where you get the information about getting the value of your home, the custom evaluation. Just punch in your address here, and first name, last name, email address, phone number. Click on the button that says Get My Home's Value, and we'll go ahead and get that to you right away. And then as you scroll down, you'll get the archives of our weekly seller support workshop. So we've got a lot of information here for you. Definitely encourage you to check out those videos as well. And then as you scroll down a little bit further, you get the list of 102 mistakes that most sellers make, and the ones that are highlighted in blue, we've made videos on those as well. So very excited about that. All right, and then the Market Insider tab is great. This is where you can get information. Market trends, price trends, sold versus listed, market inventory trends. So if you're looking to get more information about either your current home and what's selling around it, where the sold properties are, you can do that. Or if you're looking to get more information about homes that you're looking to move to, you can get community stats, more lifestyle information, education levels obtained, crime risk, weather risks, additional stats, median age, married couples, percentage of married couples, all that's here. And then all the amenities that are in a particular neighborhood, restaurants, healthcare, clothing, accessory stores, bars, clubs, coffee shops, places of worship, all that's right here on the Market Insider tab. And then local schools is also very important because the quality of the school can greatly influence a home's value in an area. On this page, you find detailed information on school districts, school ratings, test scores by grade, student-teacher ratio, and much, much more. One of the things I like is this parent rating button down here below. This is where you can see how parents are rating the schools in a particular area, and a lot of great content. All right, so all that information is there for you as well. And then if you want to compare areas, compare where you're living now to another zip code, you can do that as well. So this pulled up a Waldorf zip code. So if you want to compare, Waldorf to Beverly Hills, you can do that. You can compare any zip code in the country, which is pretty good, pretty sweet. Compare schools, community summaries, market stability, school summaries, price trends, fair market rents. Our investors love this page because you can find the 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom rents, income by household, compare crime risks. All that's really great here on the Market Insider tab. All right, so definitely encourage you to check that out. All right, so that's our quick tour of the website. Yep, so why don't we go ahead and get back into our screen share here. All right. So let's see. Okay. All right, so if you've tried to sell your home, if your home was on the market before and it didn't sell, realize that we specialize in homes that didn't sell the first time. And we've got a 27-point marketability checklist. I'm just going to share a few of the items that are on that checklist with you today. Number one, was it listed at fair market value? Was it listed below fair market value, which is one of the recommendations we might make, is just to list it just below fair market value to increase, the chances of getting into a multiple offer situation, which generally drives the price up. Owner financing, was that available? Or any physical problems with the house? Was there a lockbox? Were the occupants absent from showings? Or was it tenant occupied, making it more difficult to show? Were there any government terms available? Did the home qualify for any of the Maryland mortgage program incentives? There's over 100 different incentive programs in the state of Maryland. We actually cover those in our buyer support workshop. Was there a prorated price reduction? Generally, The Maryland Association of Realtors says that if the home is priced right, you should get 12 to 25 showings in the first 2 weeks. For every 10 showings, you should get one offer. None of that's happening 2 weeks in, then it's a direct reflection of price, and you need to lower the price immediately. You don't want to be on the market, you want to be in the market. That's very important. Was there an odd sales price? Instead of 800,000, was it 799,995? Was there a full listing agreement, full-term listing agreement? Did you just give the agent 60 days to sell the home? Were there any bonuses to the selling agent? Was the home easy to find? Were there any yard signs? Was the yard immaculate? Were there any trade-in terms available for the home? These are some things that you definitely want to consider as you're selling your home. And then some questions that you're going to want to ask the buyer's agent. Are your buyers fully pre-approved? Have they been through automated underwriting? Are the buyers employed? Are they self-employed? Where do they work? Or are they all cash? They could be all cash buyers as well. Has their credit been pulled? Have their tax returns been submitted? Bank statements, pay stubs, all that information, has it been submitted in advance of them actually writing an offer on your home? Which loan company or loan officer are they using? What's their contact information? All that's going to be very important. What's their time frame for moving? Is there any flexibility in their time frame for moving? All right. So these are some things that you want to ask or have your agent ask as you are moving forward with the process. So again, I want to thank you for joining us for our live seller support workshop. Again, we broadcast every Tuesday at 12 noon East Coast time, and every Wednesday is our buyer support workshop. Every Wednesday is our seller support workshop. I apologize. Every Wednesday is our I'm getting myself mixed up. I apologize. Every Wednesday is seller support workshop. Every Wednesday is our buyer support workshop. Wednesday, 12 noon, buyermastery.com. Tuesdays is our seller support workshop. Boy, I got my own self confused. I apologize. All right, but definitely encourage you to check us out. Remember, the recording is going to be available on our YouTube channel and here in a few minutes as well. Don't forget, if you want to check out some of our new home reviews, you can see them at lifeinthemoment.tv. That's where you'll find our new home reviews. Definitely encourage you to like the fan page if you haven't done it already. Don't forget to hover over the notifications tab so that you can get future notifications of any news and updates that we might have. All right. So this is Aaron Rice with the Maryland Luxury Group, signing out.